everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my weekly makeup basket, and it's on time for a change. So I'm going to just quickly go into it because I didn't change a ton of stuff this time because we're running out of time for the year, and there's just some things that I want to get done, and apparently there's some things that I want to knock over. So I'm just going to, like I said, just quickly jump into this and get my complexion stuff out of the way. Then we are going to move on to the lips and the eye stuff. All right, so of course, I'm going to be keeping in the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer because I want it done this year. I have the Rose Ink Skin Enhance Luminous Tinted Serum, and yeah, I want that done this year too. This next one I don't need done this year. It just is in for usage, and it is basically to give extra coverage to the tinted serum when I want a little bit more coverage, because this is very, very light coverage, which I'm okay with when I'm out and about, out in public, in the sunlight, daylight, or whatever. But when I'm sitting here in front of the camera, I need just a little bit more coverage, otherwise it's going to wash me out. So I have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. Again, it's just in for usage. I'm not going to get all the uses in this makeup basket, but I do want to get some uses, recorded on that one so that eventually I can get that one rolled out as well. All right, I've got a concealer, which is a different concealer. This one is the Almay Clear Complexion Concealer, and it's in some color or another, but it's too small and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a little dark for me, but I can't use it under my eyes as easily as I would like to, but I'm going to be using it more for like spot coverage because, sometimes the girls got a few little breakouts and we got to cover that stuff. I also have the NYX, the Full Coverage Concealer in a Jar in Lavender. Looks like that. Also in just for usage. I have been using it lately. I do get yellowing under my eyes when I'm extremely tired, which has been a lot lately. And so I use this under my eyes when I don't have a light concealer in my makeup basket. So that is what I will be using under my eyes for the week. All right, what do we have next? Our cream products. So of course I've got my little Franken bronzer here made out of those lipsticks. For my cream blush, I have the Pure Lace Blush Glow BB Cheek color. I do have it on today underneath some powdered blush, and allegedly I would like to have this done this year. Maybe if I use it every single time I do my makeup, it could happen. If I don't have it in a makeup basket and skip a week on it completely, it's not going to happen. So I need to make sure it stays in every single makeup basket. All right, I have the same three powders as last week. So I got the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Pressed Powder in Franken Peach. I want this one done this year, much like these two Essence ones. So we've got the Brighten Up Banana Powder, and we've got the Essence All About Matte. So I have all of them on my face right now. I want all three of those done this year. There's a strong possibility that that is going to happen if I keep them in my makeup basket. So that's what's happening. My highlighter, bronzer, they're going to be in my magnetic palette. I'm like, what's that word? Magnetic palette. I don't know what's going on with my brain. I seriously don't. I feel like the progression of me losing words and stuff is becoming more frequent. And I don't know if it's like a hormonal thing, because, as we age, we go through a certain stage and, things change. I don't know if that's the case because I don't have certain things anymore. So I just don't know. Or if it's a progression of my disease, but I feel like I'm losing words more and more. It's a little scary, and I probably need to talk to my doctor about that. So, if you guys have the same issues, talk to your doctor. I think I might have to do that. I'm not going to schedule anything but just my next visit. I think I'm going to talk to my doctor about that. All right, back to the makeup basket. Just one blush in this week. This is the Kajo, the Play Bento Trio Butter Up. Just the blush that I'm working on. I do have it on today in conjunction with another blush that did get rolled out of my last basket. So I do have other blushes that I could be working on, but I know I'm not going to get them done in a timely manner. So I'm just going to be working on the Kajo right now. because I want pan on that thing. I've been working on it all stinking year. I want pan. I want pan before the end of the year. All right, lips. We're on to the lips. I've got a bunch of lip stuff in because I can, and a bunch that are in for usage. And I would like to get some things rolled out. Much like the last basket, I have some things that I would love to get rolled out so that it's put away when I have to pull everything out for my December inventory. It would be easier not to have things in multiple different areas if I have things put in their categories in their appropriate drawers or their cabinet space. It's going to make it a whole lot easier just to pull all of this or all of that out when I do those videos. So yeah, I'm just trying to wrap up some things here. All right, so lips. I have some tinted lip balm, and I totally forgot to pull this one out. So 2 tinted lip balms, both from Buxom. We have Fiery, which I do have on my lips with other things today. I think I only need 1 or 2 more uses on this one. That one is definitely going to get rolled out of this makeup basket. And then Flushed, which is this like deep color. I think I need quite a few uses on this one. I don't think it's going to get rolled out of this basket, but if I continue to work on it, then maybe it'll be rolled out before the end of the month. That would be ideal. All right, I have 1 liquid lipstick. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee. Totally did not use it last week, or maybe I did once. That's still not enough. I need more uses on that one. My lip gloss that I am determined to get done. This one is from Tarte. It does not have a name. I just recently updated it in Firstone Beauty, which I think went up yesterday. So yeah, I need to get this done. And I'm going to put it right there, front and center, so when I'm working on my computer and not facing the camera, that it's right there and I can see it and I remember to put it on. All right, I have 3 lip liners. One is in for usage, so this is the Buxom Infrared. I do not remember how many uses I need, but I want to say no more than 3. If that's the case, I can probably get it done in this makeup basket, which if I can get that and Fiery rolled out, that would be nice to have 2 lip products just being able to go right back in my drawer. The next 2 are going to stay in for the duration, even though this one I'm not going to be able to finish. This is Nude Sticks Greystone. I want to keep it in because it works nice with some other things if I want to deepen a shade that's on my lips without like using its full color. It's nice for that. I'm just not going to get it done by the end of the year. It's okay. I can live with that. This next one, I do actually have a chance. Look, it's getting tiny. This is Buxom Hush Hush, and I did actually sharpen it today, and it is shrinking. All right. I have a little bit of change here. So for starting with the eye stuff, I have the Sephora Brow Gel. That is going to be in here for quite some time. But I have a new mascara. Look, it kind of matches my sweater here. This one is the Paris Hilton Volumizing Mascara, and I do have it on today, which I'm not sure how I feel about it, but, you know, it was only a first use. It's not bad. I just, you know, first use, it's kind of hard to say. All right, I have the NYX Glitter Primer. I have this in for a certain number of uses. I do believe this is going to be rolled out. I should have rolled it out of last week's basket, but yeah, I rushed through doing my makeup some days and I just didn't use it when I probably should have. So yeah, I don't remember exactly how many uses, but it's less than the days of the week. So I know if I really use it, I can get it moved out. All right, I've got eyeliners, just the 3 that I had in last week. So we've got the Sephora Felt Liner in Espresso, the NYC in the Navy. I do believe I will have this rolled out of this basket. And then we have Mally Midnight. So those will be nice to play with, especially if I can get in the Navy rolled out. Then I will only have 2 to work with, making it, you know, less time that I'm splitting between them. All right, the eyeshadow singles that are cream. I have Give Beauty in Midriff. That one, not going to get rolled out of this basket, but I believe I could potentially have it done this month if I keep it in and I actually use it. It's the key of keeping it in and actually using it, so I need to do that. I've got 2 Jelly Munch that I did not use last week, so we've got Mystical and Fly the Coop. I need to use them if they're going to get their uses, and they are both just for usage. And then this one, I did not use it at all last week either. This is the ColourPop Super Shock in Ritz. That one needs to be a focus for this basket because I'm running out of time on this. I've got a month, exactly a month to get it done. So yeah, I need to really work on it. All right, that is that. And then I have my magnetic palette and just 2 other palettes in. And you already know what one of them is going to be. So here's my magnetic palette. It has a lot of the same stuff as last week. And again, some of the stuff that I was hoping to get done for last week, I didn't. Just, you know, I'm dealing with 2 sick kids. So I was kind of doing multiple videos with one look. Just time, it is not my friend lately. So I'm doing what I can do when I can do it. So I did not use as much as I wanted to. So we've got my Franken bronzer here. Well, it's not really Franken. I always say it's Franken, but it was just, I mixed it up. It had the stripes, I mixed it up. It is much better like this. Then I have, because I don't think I actually might have Frankened it. I don't remember anymore. This one is the Milani Illuminating Face Powder. I need to repress this. It's a kind of a pain to work with that big pan. So that might be on an upcoming Franken Friday. And I didn't even have time to film Frankens for the last 2 Fridays. I apologize for that. All right, so we've got some Coastal Scents 88 shades up here. I was hoping to finish. They're so close. I did use a few of them, but I didn't finish them. And then my little Franken here. This is a Franken from a Coastal Scents 88 palette and a Coastal Scents Hot Pot. That is going to take a long time to finish. This is from the Profusion Eyes Trendsetter palette. It is just a metallic purple gel liner. That's going to be in for a hot minute. And this shade right here is also from that same Profusion Eyes Trendsetter palette, and this is in the shade Embark. It is just a very dark matte brown. Very easy to use, and I have it setting my eyeliner in my outer V area today. All right, let's get on to here. We have a Franken Coastal Scents 88 palette. This is, I don't even remember what it's called, but it is from the ColourPop Blush Crush palette. Yeah, I do actually have a shade from there. I had it in last week, was not able to even use it. This one I have been using. It is from the ColourPop Tinkerbell palette. It's called Second Star. I remember that, but I don't remember what the Tinkerbell palette is called. This one is Cotton Candy from the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. We've got 3 Coastal Scents Hot Pots. I believe these were all in last week as well. And I had some of these looksies in last week, and then I've added some in. I feel like I added in these 2, maybe. Like I had all of these in, and I added these 2 in. And you will notice that I have only 2 palettes, and the reason I have so many toppers in my magnetic palette is because I have very limited eyeshadow that I am using outside of that, because I really want this done this year. I'm getting closer on some shades, but I'm still running out of time. So I need to use this with toppers, which is what I've done today. I have a Looksy topper on my eyes. I'm going to tell you what it's called in a second. It's called Dido, D-I-D-O. And then I have, the rest is from this Mange palette. And I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing for most of the week, because it's got to happen. So I'm going to use a variety of toppers. I'm going to use a lot of the same, like crease and outer V, and just do different lid shades using the toppers from Looksy. We'll see what happens. It might be interesting. And then the only other thing I have in here is the Odin's Eye Norns palette, because I have one shade in here that I'm working on that I need to hit pan on so I can roll this out and do my finale for Project Level Up. And the only way I'm going to do that is to have this in and actually use it. It could happen. It could happen in this basket. If not, I think it's going to happen in the next one. So that is everything for this makeup basket. We will keep our fingers crossed that we can see some progress on some of these things. Maybe get some rollouts, which would be nice. And I'm going to continue doing that from here until the end of the year. I'm going to be picking specific products here or there that I think I can get moved out before I have to do my inventory and make my life just a little bit easier. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.